your feel-good breakfast show. This is Expresso, and welcome back to another installment of the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ting,
ting, Lee Colwell.
Thank you. So we are joined by, you know what, whenever they say one of our favorite chefs,
It's
I'm
wrong.
like, it should be favorite, but we don't want to because Chef Chumi's around. So I can't say one of our favorite chef, Chef Clem. And if you have any questions for Chef Clem, please feel free. The hotline is open for you, 021 110 552. And we've got a very important caller. We've got actually somebody who's on the visual right now. So please make some noise. Ketani, what's up? How are you?
Hello.
It's nice to see you. You look
It's
amazing.
nice to see you too. Thank you.
So early in the morning. How is
What?
that
I know,
possible?
right?
I've got a question, my conundrum. What time did you wake up this morning to do the makeup, do the hair, everything?
I woke up around 6.
Yo.
Yesterday.
Yeah,
Yesterday.
Six yesterday. That makes sense.
No, I didn't today.
No, honestly, I feel like you present here. Like, I feel like you work here. That's the thing. It's crazy.
Right.
But yeah. Wow. Okay, so tell me, obviously, this is your segment. So, obviously, you're a presenter. So, please ask Chef Clem anything. What would you like to ask?
Chef Clem, I really want to ask, what is that simplest meal that one can make with chicken?
Okay.
Got the answer.
All right. Do you have an answer?
It's a little different what people might think when it comes to chicken. They're thinking, oh, like chicken breast or, you know,
Yeah.
just anything they can make using the white meat.
Yes.
However, I'm trying to, like, really do well here. I've got another recipe that you can make in about, like, not even 5 minutes.
What is
okay?
it? What is it?
It's spicy chicken livers. It's chicken, okay? It's inexpensive.
Yeah.
You can make it in 5 minutes. And my method,
Yeah.
you don't have to use like your whole pantry for it, okay? Which I love. So, essentially what you need to start off with is butter. I prefer using ghee because ghee doesn't burn like butter does. So if you're using normal butter, a little bit of oil goes in first,
All right,
okay?
of course, and then
you
butter
want
goes.
The thing about preheating a pan is so important. But the more you try and explain it in a recipe like preheat your oven, preheat your pan, people don't understand what that actually means. There's a huge difference between cooking when you have your temperature of a pan at the correct temperature and when it's still busy coming up. And a good example of that is chicken livers, number one, and a steak. If you put it down and your pan isn't hot enough, you're going to start releasing those juices. You don't want that.
I got you.
Because I believe the reason people don't eat chicken livers is because it's like dry. It'll get you. It'll go so chalky in your mouth. You'll be water, anything.
That's basically that. You said ghee, but then at the end it'll be.
Exactly.
Once it has that,
Yeah.
It's important to have the moisture and that integrity. So essentially, when you've got a hotter pan, am I correct by saying what you're doing is your sear on that is sealing the juices in, so there's no escape.
There's no escape. That's exactly what you want.
Okay.
So here's the thing. Talk about preheating. I've added my butter to the oil, and it did like started frothing quite a bit, nice and loud, but it started to like simmer down, okay? So, and the bubbles are also looking a little smaller. It's just starting to brown. That's the point that I know I'm like, good,
All right.
I can go in, okay.
Ketani, I hope you're following because this is all for you, hey? This is yours. So, hope you're still there.
We're
going to process this. Okay, I love it.
I'm all in.
All
Okay,
right.
you better be because we're going to ask you to do a link later.
And you're going to do this all over again.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, okay?
Yes.
Get a lid ready because it's going to pop. And you want that to happen, okay? So make sure you've got your lid. Don't be like adding your chicken livers and then running around trying to find the pot. It's just, no, okay? So, oil smelling amazing. Can you smell that?
Can I ask you something? Just a little step here. Some people, they would put that into milk or buttermilk.
Yes.
Prior.
Yes.
Okay. Would you recommend that? I know that, you know, just Woolie's got the most incredible, this is my favorite chicken livers, but
Would I recommend it?
on soaking and steeping it into a bit of milk just to kind of take off the edge of some of the chicken.
What does a liver do?
taste?
A liver do basically is just, its function is to like filter out all the nasty bits that you don't, you know?
Yeah.
And the thing is, if you don't know where you're getting your chicken livers from,
Yeah.
yes. If you're going to Woolies, no.
You're good to go.
Yeah,
I got
absolutely.
you.
And use your eyes, use your nose. If the chicken liver looks like it's a blue spot here and a brown spot here, whatever, you know, if it's smelling a little off, trust your gut, trust your nose, trust your eyes when it comes to like buying offal in general,
Okay.
but meats, vegetables, fruits. If you're more aware of what things are supposed to look like, I'm not talking about, oh, beautiful shaped apple. No, not that. Just like the texture, the firmness, what it's supposed to be like.
Okay.
But when blemishes are actually okay and we shouldn't be afraid and put something back because it looks a bit off, yeah, that's
I got
knowledge.
you, but I just wanted to ask the question. So once we've done that, we sear them off, we get it done and dusted. Now we got some peri-peri sauce.
Peri-peri sauce. Okay, so right now what you want to do is like leave the livers in there, let them start searing with the lid on. Two things happen. It obviously stops the splatter from happening. Plus, with the lid on, you're able to kind of like cook it almost like what you're steaming it at the same time. That's what you want. So, looking good, smelling amazing. No salt, no pepper.
Nice.
It looks good, right? And it smells amazing. It pops, it pops. Okay, and we're gonna go with our peri-peri sauce, and I'll explain that in a second. So, butter emulsifies beautifully with like other sauces, right? So as soon as you add the peri-peri sauce in there, it's all gonna come together. And the butter itself, when it does split later, is gonna have all the flavors of the peri-peri sauce. That's what fat does. The second thing, I'm not adding any salt or pepper because everything's in the peri-peri sauce already. You don't need to season, you don't need to add anything. It's done. And by the way, these livers, I'm gonna give it literally like 30 seconds and you're done. Don't overcook your chicken livers, okay? If it's got a slight little pinkness in the center, it's okay.
Okay.
And you want it like that.
Yay!
So serve
Tony, did you feel that?
That
That's
would be
all
my
yours.
mom's favorite meal.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, I mean, look here, give it a shot, but thank you so much for being on the show today. You look amazing, and when you want to come and guest present, come through, eh? We got your back.
Thank you.
I believe that, callers are very, very welcome. So if you want to, please feel free. We have our phone here. Well, what used to be a phone. I'm kidding. Oh, there it is. Sorry, it's hands-free. I know we changed things up. Just give me a second. Let me find the button here. Culinary hotline bling. Carl speaking. How can I help you?
Don't you miss that sound? Yeah.
That's the signal. Hello there. Hi. I just met you. This is crazy. But this is Cullen.
Hello.
Hey!
Oh, hi there. Welcome. What question would you
Hello.
like to ask Chef Clem?
Hi, good morning, Chef Clem and Carl and everyone else there. I would like to know what is the difference between baking soda and baking powder?
Okay. How much time do I have?
Okay, you don't have a lot, but I think you can condense. So this is it. Here it comes.
In one
It's gonna be
breath.
fast. Here we go.
Okay, so in South Africa, we don't call it baking soda, we call it bicarbonate of soda. So when you see it in the recipe, when it says bicarbonate of soda, look out for that, make sure you understand the difference between baking powder, baking soda, and bicarbonate of soda. Now you know that one.
Done.
But, no, I'm joking, I'm not gonna do that, because that's gonna be, okay. So baking powder, okay,
Yeah.
and then bicarbonate of soda, two different things, but they essentially do the same thing. It's to give you a lift, it's to give you that rise that you want, and then to stabilize it, to hold that rise. The thing is, when we use bicarbonate of soda, we always add an acid, because that's the reaction that happens. The acid reacts with the bicarbonate of soda, gives you that lift. Carbon dioxide comes off, right?
Okay.
With baking powder, okay, the acid's already been included in the formulation, so it doesn't need that additional acid added. All it needs is moisture and heat, okay? Why do recipes then say add baking powder, add bicarbonate of soda?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens is when you add the acid to your bicarbonate of soda, its job is to start eliminating that acid. That's how it gets to the carbon dioxide. You're gonna have to play this back slowly, okay?
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready.
So it starts eliminating that acid, but then you're adding your baking powder to it. That's gonna give you a bit of that acid, more stabilization, plus your bicarbonate of soda helps with browning. That's why you notice some cakes look a little browner than others. It's not just the sugar, it's the bicarbonate of soda that's in there. We also use that when we do batters, bicarbonate of soda in the batters, like fried chicken, for instance, because you get that nice puffiness on the outside, plus color. Okay, so my point, I'm gonna very, very, very quickly. Baking powder doesn't need the acid to be added to it for it to work. Bicarbonate of soda, that does need an acid. When a recipe says use both, please do use both.
Wow. Did I answer your question?
Hello. Chef, when you say acid, what do you mean by acid?
Okay, so you know when we make buttermilk pancakes, for instance, we use bicarbonate of soda and then we add buttermilk to it. Buttermilk has acid in it, and that's what happens when that causes that reaction. Think about this. Remember in school when you made the volcanoes? Okay? It was baking bicarbonate of soda and vinegar. Boom, when you get that, that's the acid. It's vinegar, lemon juice, buttermilk.
Okay.
Done and dusted.
Got it.
Thank you so much for your question. That is wonderful. We got the chicken livers, we got the bicarb versus baking powder thing covered. It has been amazing. This guy is a genius. We're calling him Albert Einstein.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso, and we are still here with the Culinary Hotline bling.
Ting, ting, ting!
Thank you. Right. Here's the thing. We had some chicken recipes going. We had a beautiful chicken liver recipe that we covered thanks to Chef Clem. We also even had the difference between bicarbonate of soda and baking powder from somebody we are calling now Albert Eisbein, because, of course, it's culinary. But now we are continuing with chicken. What is next? Because I think that a lot of people ask about fried chicken. It seems to be a bit of a place where you're not really sure. A bit of a grey area in terms of seasoning, a grey area in terms of not drying out your chicken. Help.
So this is a continuation of the first caller that we had about quick and budget-friendly chicken recipes.
Okay, cool.
This one is not that quick because my hack to actually get the most out of your chicken, any chicken that you buy, is to brine it. And brining is an amazing process where you actually have water with salt.
Yeah.
And the sugar's not important, but we add the sugar for flavor.
Okay.
And then we can add some aromatics to that. What happens is when the chicken or when the meat is in the brine, it actually goes through like a bit of a scientific process, but very basically.
You want to get into the science?
No, let's not even get into this. Because that's going to be. No? But basically, what does happen is the chicken, as if you know when you're tired and exhausted, you take in electrolytes, and your body takes in those electrolytes.
All right.
So by adding the meat to that solution, essentially what's happening is it's taking on electrolytes. It's taking on weight and it's taking on flavor because we've added aromatics to our brine. The problem with the brine is it takes a few hours.
Yes.
Preparation, if you can do this ahead of time, you'll be winning every single time you cook a chicken dish because the difference between a brined and an unbrined chicken is day and night, okay? So, essentially, like I said, pot of water is how you're gonna start off with it. I've got some thyme. You can do rosemary and thyme. You can do any aromatic in there.
Perfect.
For some reason, Bailey's on here, but Bailey's going everything. So Bailey's will be in there, peppercorns are in there, garlic's in there. We're gonna go in with our salt, okay? Which is the most important part, and a little bit of sugar just to kind of like flavor it. You don't want to have something that's too salty.
Yeah.
Once you give it a little bit of a stir, let the granules of the sugar and the salt dissolve. Once it's dissolved, let it cool down. Okay? It has to be cold.
Yes.
A great way to like speed up the process is to add ice to it. That'll just dramatically bring the temperature down.
This is great.
That's when you add it to your chicken. Now, I love brining for chicken breast. Chicken breast notorious for going dry. Like, you will be fine. Look away, boom, dry.
Fat content, it's just
there's none. So what you can do is replace that fat content with extra flavor, which is our brine. And it's going to retain the moisture in there. Okay. So, again, let that...
Brining. And look, people need to really understand that brining is also a way for chicken. Let's just say if you go to a braai, everybody slathers it with marinade or they do a salt and pepper on the outside. Brining is getting flavor onto the inside of the chicken, so you don't have to bite on the outside like a bit of skin, so you can get into the flesh in the middle. This is something that I actually got into way too late in my culinary journey, and I think it's a game changer. It really is.
It's like life, right?
Yeah.
It's not about what's on the outside. It's about...
It's what's inside.
Yeah.
That's it. I agree with you. It's actually philosophy.
Be the brine chicken in the world.
Indeed.
Okay? Be good inside and out. Okay, nonsense. So what's going to happen is, like I said, that brines... Chicken portions like this, you'll get an amazing result of the brining for 4 hours, okay? 8 hours is as long as I would do it. If you take it too long, it actually takes up too much of the flavor of the brine, and it just begins to taste a bit too salty, a bit too flavored towards the bone.
Okay.
So chicken portions and a whole chicken, 8 hours max. Chicken breast, on the other hand, because it's so lean, it actually just sucks a little up. You get actually an amazing result in 2 hours. So just try it, okay? And it makes a huge difference, like I said.
Great.
So, next thing is, once you got your chicken brine...
What are you holding there in your right hand?
Right, I'm going to check everyone's temperature. You ready? Carl, you're first. Okay.
Okay, but hold on. Where are you checking?
I'm checking the temperature of the chicken.
Okay.
I mean, this, you can. All right?
Okay.
So let's talk about this very quickly. So what's going to happen is you'll also notice your chicken will be dramatically heavy compared to when it was before it went into the brine, okay? So what you're going to do then is it goes into the oil. But now, how do you know when your chicken's done? Because you've got two things to look out for. You've got to make sure that your crust is brown and like crispy. It's fried chicken.
Yeah.
But you also want to make sure that the inside of your chicken is cooked through. Now, what you can do is take out the biggest piece, which is normally your thigh, and then poke all in there, see if the juices run clear. But for me, that just sounds like it's too much of a mission.
It is a mission.
Right? Also, if you're doing things like roast, make sure you get the temperatures right on a roast. Lamb, chicken, beef, whatever, okay? Honestly, if you take your food seriously, you want to make sure that every dish that comes out of the kitchen is amazing. Get a thermometer, and this is obviously the one that we get from Woolies. What I love about it is the schooling element of it is done for you. If you can, I'm trying to see if I can get it close up on Prosperino over here. If you can see close enough, you can see there's temperatures on there, and it actually says for meat, for lamb, you know, and those degrees are there. If you want medium, you want well done, and it's accurate, I'm telling you, every single time. So all you got to do is then, it's got a metal probe, and the metal probe's got obviously the element, the part that takes the temperature. So
there's a lot of science in you today. You know what I noticed that is you're very scientific today.
do you know what the reason I got this? I've
Why?
never had one before. I just realized how much food waste people end up with because they haven't cooked something properly, or they're just not enjoying the food as much as they should because they don't have the right utensils. After a while, you don't need to use this so much.
Okay.
You won't become dependent on it because you'll be able to use your senses. You know what things are supposed to look like, feel like, taste like, smell like. So all you do is switch it on.
I believe, isn't chicken 75, like around there, right?
Right.
Okay.
71, 75 is what you're looking for doneness. Any further than that is when it starts losing moisture. So what happens is now it's telling me it's 17 degrees. Obviously, this has been in the fridge. We'll take it out a little bit. But these things are amazing. I'm telling you, it works on absolutely every type of meat that you cook, and you need to get one. You need to get one. It'll save you so much.
That's important.
Okay.
But in front of me is, are we going to get to the good part?
I'm going to run through this very quickly and give a little shout out to our friend baking powder that we mentioned in the previous segment.
Yes,
so
thank you,
when it
baking
comes
powder.
to actually breading or crusting the chicken in the flour, what I do is I've got milk and lemon, okay? What I do is I add the lemon to the milk. It starts splitting the milk. We end up with buttermilk, okay? This is self-raising flour. It's got that leavening agent in there already.
Leavening agent, you said?
The leavening agent, which is your baking powder or your bicarb, that's already in your self-raising flour. That's why we love self-raising flour. You add your buttermilk to it. There's our acid. Boom. To that, we're gonna add some cayenne pepper, garlic salt, because it's just amazing and one of the most underutilized ingredients in your kitchen.
All right.
Sriracha, because you're gonna add some extra flavor to the outside of your coating of your chicken. Salt and pepper, boom. Add your chicken first go to your dry, a little bit of flour there, then into that batter. It's gonna be so deliciously thick. From there, boom, into the oil. And then you're gonna be using this guy to make sure you cook to the perfect degree.
Do you think we can get this all done in like a minute? You want to try?
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's do this. Okay, so you know what the first challenge is? You're gonna separate your lemon without a knife. Okay, what you're gonna do is you're gonna look for the sharpest item in your kitchen that would be called, but I don't know how sharp. Okay, no, okay. We're gonna MacGyver this one. Okay, cool.
You just cut a lemon with tongs. Who are you?
You must do
Who are you?
what you can do.
Who are you?
You just gotta make sure it happens. Okay, cool. So you got your sriracha there, you got your flour in there.
Yes,
we're gonna
it's all
add a
in
little
there.
bit. We're gonna add a bit of salt. Boom.
Boom,
Okay, that's good. It's good. It's fine.
Yes.
You can see once it sits for about 5 minutes, you can really see it, but you can actually see it now already starting to split.
Can I make you a well?
Okay, cool. Make me a well,
Yeah.
please. There we
There
go.
we go. Let's
So you
do
can
this.
you can do this two methods. You can either soak your chicken in the buttermilk solution and sriracha as a wet formula. That's
Yeah.
gonna be your glue. Then into the flour, that's gonna be your dry. Or you can make a batter. If you are gonna make a batter, you need a little more liquid.
Give out the man. Thank
Do
you.
you prefer like a drier crust or do you prefer like a wet batter with your chicken?
I actually do like wet. I think it's just it's pliable, man, and it goes into all the sort of the crevices, etc. So you get all the flavor all the way through. So
Absolutely.
I like that
the
as
thing
well.
about
That's
a
great.
batter, when you make a wet batter, you want to let it rest. Okay, you want to give the moisture a chance to hydrate and to pick up all the dryness that comes from the flour. You want to hydrate everything. A little bit of lumps in this case are absolutely good because they form texture.
Yes, texture's so good. We love that. If you want to get any of the ingredients or any of the things that we didn't color in Hotline Bling, all you have to do is go to expressoshow.com. We've got them all lined up there and ready to go. And don't forget the probe. If you are going to do this, we are going to batter the chicken,
And then fry it.
probe it, eat it, learn it, love it. That's what we are planning to do right now. Thank you, man.
No, thank you.
This is great,
If
really.
you have any more questions for us, let us know on Facebook, on our Culinary hotline post. We would love to give you a call, maybe get you in studio, but always answer all your questions.
Indeed. We're trying to make your life better.